Hi everyone, my name is Alisa Tilsner and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Port Lincoln, South Australia. I thought I'd come in and be on screen for just a few minutes. We've got so many exciting things that I wanted to just share with you before we start our card making. The first one is I am giving away a mini cut and emboss machine. Woohoo! And all the plates come with it as well, so it's so cute. So if you are in Australia and you wish to go in the draw for this, I have one to give away. Obviously this one's mine, so you won't getting this one, you'll get a brand spanking new one. And so for every $25 worth of order this month, I will pop your name into the draw and pick a winner in March and then post it out for you. I have ordered it, it is on its way, and so that's pretty exciting. The second thing is that my Hydrangea Hill class, really quick, look at my class, is closing tomorrow. So you will want to get jump in. I've only got a few places left because my kits are limited in numbers, so jump in there and grab them if you want. Gosh, look at my hair, it's horrible. I haven't even done it properly. It's whatever. 2 weeks left of celebration, so that is exciting. Don't forget, we finish at the end of March, not at the end of February. What am I saying? End of February, not March, as normal. So if there were things on your list that you wanted to get from the celebration catalogue, you've only got a couple of weeks left of that. And if you were wanting to join my team, the Artful Stampers, there's only 2 weeks left of that as well. And we're actually going to play with some of the paper that you can get for free when you join up. So I think I don't actually like being on the screen very often, so and this is why. So let's get swung around and get stuck into our card making now that I've rushed through all my information that I needed to tell everybody. Hi everyone coming in, good morning. And I need to find myself on my iPad, so I will do that. I'll put my finger over the camera and try and swing us around, okay? Okay, so this morning we are going to be making a continuing on with our February fun fold, but we are going to be making, it's a little bit interactive. So we're going to be playing with the Hey Birthday Chick, the new one that's in the mini catalogue. Now, last year's celebration had the Hey Birthday and what was the other one? Just birthday chick something or other. It was something chick. Somebody will tell me what they were. I don't have my set anymore, so if you have yours, you can pull it back out again, and there are also dies to go with the previous set that we used to have, which is really cute as well. So you add them together and you can make a whole little farmyard full of chickens. So we're going to be colouring one in. Now, I've got all my stuff beside me. Let's get started. Okay, now, I'm not very organised this morning. I thought I was organised. It appears I'm not. Hey chick, just hey chick. See, I'm that organised. I've already pulled out my stamps and I forgot. I shouldn't try and be organised. I should just, you know, wing it. I think being on the screen at the beginning has rattled me. I really don't like it. Okay, so we are going to stamp this happy little chicken. So I'm stamping it in Memento, which is the water-based stamp set, because I'm going to colour it in, but it's going to be a super quick colouring in job. It's not going to be anything too flash. Let me see if I can zoom in just a smidge. Oh, my camera is on such a wonk. All right. Okay, so the blends that I have got, I'm just using the Smoky Slate Light and Dark, the Colour Lifter, and any red. I think I'm using Poppy Parade and Mango Melody. So it's not going to be, you know, hugely, what do you call it? It's, you know, not a huge amount of colouring. So I'm just going to use my dark one first, and just going to add a little bit of dark around the place, just around the bottom of his body, because it's going to be a white chicken, but not really. So what did I do with my, I've got my samples around here somewhere and I can't find them. Oh, there we go. Just add a little bit of grey, a little bit around there, and that's going to be it for that one. So super, super, and then coming in with my light smoky slate, I'm just going to bring that up just a little bit more. You know, I could see that this chicken had one foot and I'm like, I don't know where the other foot is, but it's there. I found it. It was distressing me. All right. And then if you want, you can just add a little bit to the feathers, little squiggles. And then I am going to come in with my colour lifter and just go over the entire thing. And that will just soften everything down. And the great thing with the colour lifter is that you don't, when you're trying to tone this down, is that you don't even have to be that precise. So that'll soften. I give it a little bit of time and that will actually continue to soften, and then we'll have just a sort of hopefully a white chicken. Okay, and then super, super easy. We're just going to do his comb, her comb in the red, and that little thing that hangs down, whatever that's called. And then with my mango, and we're just going to do the beak. So super easy. That's it. That's it for our colouring. Don't you love quick colouring? Okay, now we're going to cut this guy out. I need that. Going to bring in my mini one for this job. And I'll be actually using both of them. Let me get that out of the way. I find the screen quite dark. Does anybody find this? But if I put in if I put my light on, then I get all that flickering going on, which is not good. So we've got matching dies for these guys. This one cuts out this guy, but we've also got a fence. We've got some banners. I think these ones, I haven't actually used these ones. I don't know whether they just like make little chicken feet. We've got a bow tie, a little chick. So it is quite cute. I should have put a bow tie on him. I only just noticed that. So let's line that up. Okay. Now, for this one, it is best if you have a, you know how, oh, I got that dirty. That's okay, I'll cover it up. I always make my cards like top folding, but for this one, it is actually better if you do a side fold card, just a normal one. And at the end of this, I've got a couple more samples to show you, and I will show you how it looks in the other direction, because I made a second one yesterday and I just was not thinking. So my card size is 21 centimeters by 13, and then I've scored it at 10.5, so it's 10.5 by 13 to finish. So I'm going to be using a piece of the Pacific Point from the Designer Series paper. Now, these are the ones that you get when you join up. You'll actually get 5 packets of these, and these ones are going to be in the next annual catalogue, so you're actually getting them early, and it's like $100 worth of cardstock papers that you get for free when you join, so you end up getting like $335 worth of free product. So if you're interested, give me a bell. Okay, so just back to the Designer Series paper. So it is 10 by 12.5. Okay, so we're going to open that up, and I need to bring in my big shot. I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to use the stitch shapes, and of course I'm going to use circles, because you know that's what I do. So I'm going to use the biggest of the 4 circles, and I'm just going to line that up on there. Just let me get my big emboss machine, because the other one won't fit through. And I'm going to line up my paper where I want it, and then I'm just going to line that up where I want that as well, and I'm going to run them both through at the same time. Now you will keep the 2 circles, you will use them again, so don't get rid of them. Okay, pop that aside. Then I've got a piece of Pacific Point card, and I'm going to cut out the circle, and I'm also going to cut out the happy birthday that is from the chicks die as well. Okay, let the fun begin. Right, so first of all we are going to adhere our layer on. Now the reason why I didn't stick it on and then cut out is because I probably want to get my adhesive just a little bit closer to the circle. Let's get that moving. I'll come back and because I don't want it gaping around that circle opening. So I'll probably just come back and do a little bit extra around the opening there. Whoops, sticky. Alright, and then you want to line that up, and that will sit perfectly. Oops. Around like that. Okay, and then we can close our card, and the circle that we cut out is going to fit in there. Now what we also need is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 10.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters, and we're going to, this is going to sit in here. So we're going to just pop that in. You're going to use my grid paper just to help me get everything all nice and lined up. So we're going to pop that down. We're going to put that in there. Okay, so this does get a little bit on the tricky side. So we need to put our adhesive on this part. Okay, I think I might have put too much adhesive. Let me just zoom that in a little bit. I've put it out a little bit too far, so you just want to put it where the circle is going to be. Okay, so you can close that, making sure that there isn't any adhesive, otherwise you'll stick your card together. And then we're going to pop, make sure it's around the right way. We're going to insert that into there so that it grabs hold of that circle there. Okay, so I might be going a bit backwards, but this is how it works for me. Okay, and then we're going to pop that in, keep that all lined up, make sure that's all nice and square. And then I'm just going to use my, you can use a stylus or your bone folder, and I'm just going to give that a little bit of a score mark. And then I'm going to fold it backwards. Oops, that didn't fold very well, did it? And then I'm going to put it back into place, turn it around so it fits. Now I'm going to flip my card over, and I'm going to put adhesive on this side. Okay, so just that flap there. And then I'm going to close my card. And I hope I've got this around the right way, because if I don't, I've mucked up. So hopefully I've then got a card that will do this, and then we'll do that. So to cover this mechanism up, I've got another piece of just Whisper White, and this one is 10 centimeters by 12.5 as well. And then we can just stick that in. So it is actually a fairly quick card. When you work out all your bits and pieces and how to get them all lined up, then it is pretty quick. So just pop that in there. And then because we've got this showing, we can, what I did first to start with was just use my circle, and I put that straight over the top, and then I thought that looks a bit plain, so then I put my coloured piece over it as well. And if we want to make it so it's all nice and lined, oh, that's not going to work, is it? So that it's all up and down and straight, we'll cover that on there as well. Oh dear, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, then we fold her all up, we bring back our chicken, and we're going to use some dimensionals. Oh dear, I'm running out. We'll use some dimensionals here. So this is such a cute card, and if you've got friends who love chickens, they will love this. You know, there's people who collect cows and people who collect chickens, right? So, and we're just going to pop our chicken there, doing the little happy dance. I'll just poke out these little remainders with my I don't know whether comments are working or not working, but I'm just going to pop that happy birthday over her. And very cute, very good. Okay, comments are working, so I'm just going to pop that on for 2 seconds while I let that dry for a smidge. Now I'm going to pop some because I'm, as you know, I'm in my endeavour to use other embellishments other than just rhinestones. So I'm going to use some of these cute little resin hearts. And because I've used red on her comb, I can use these quite easily. Make sure I've got them up the right way. So I'm just going to put a couple around her. And then one final thing, because we've got happy birthday on that side, we can open this up. We can grab another sentiment. This one says, you're still a spring chicken. So we'll ink that up, and then so that we know that we're all lined up and we're going to cover it, we can just stamp straight through the hole, and we know that when we are looking at our card this way, oh no, oh, there was glue on my paper. Oh dear, I'll have to try and get that off. So you know that when we look at this way, you can't see your sentiment, and then when we open it up, you're still a spring chicken. So that is how quick and easy that card is to make. So I have, now Betty, you need to message me please, because you didn't go back and look at my blog post where I was giving away a stamp set. So, okay, so I have another card. This was my first one that I made, and this one was done with the Oso ombre paper. So that was my first play around, my trial. This one, I've actually stuck this in. It could have been a little bit positioned a bit better, but anyway. And then this one is the one I made yesterday, but I wasn't thinking properly, and I made this one a top folding card, and which is all well and good, it looks fine, it still works, but when you stand it up, when you're not going to be able to see, it doesn't sort of sit properly. I don't know whether you can see that, as opposed to if I put, if you were standing these on your mantle, this one you can sort of see a bit better because it doesn't sort of flop forward. So that's my only thing about doing a top fold and a side fold. It just sort of stands a little bit better on your mantle. So there we go. That one's also using the Designer Series paper from the starter kit. So there's some very, very happy, fun cards. Of course, they don't all have to be bright like this. You can use other stamp sets and papers and whatever you want to decorate them. But there's a little bit of a fun fold and interactive card for you today. So I hope that you have enjoyed that. Don't forget that all the products that I've used today you can purchase from my online store. If you're watching on YouTube, I will have links to everything, and actually on Facebook I might come back and see if I can put links in the description as well. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again next week. Take care. Bye.